Hi, Dr. Joel Kreisberg, 12 Practices of Optimal Healing. Today we're going to talk about affirmations, and particularly a practice that Dr. Rick Hansen has offered. And it's a really simple acronym, which is called HEAL, which stands for have, enrich, absorb, and link. And so HEAL, or a HEAL practice, is one that allows you to sort of spend more time with positive experiences to kind of balance out the negative experiences. Entitled Positive Neuroplasticity, Dr. Hansen uses neurobiology and neurophysiology to help us understand that our brains mostly are hardwired for negative thoughts. In an old time, in Paleolithic era, with threats abound, we have a habit of looking for threats and paying attention to the negative thoughts. They roll around. We perseverate on negative thoughts. So positive thoughts, on the other hand, they don't stick around. We don't stick around with those experiences very long. They kind of bounce off. So the negative, he uses the image, are like Velcro, or we're like Velcro with negative thoughts, and we're like Teflon with the positive thoughts. So we need to rebalance that, and that's what positive neuroplasticity is really is the physiological way that happens. And the HEAL practice is the way that we can do this. So let me stop talking, and you can do this with me right now. Just don't drive. So begins with have. Take a breath, pause. Now, can you find a memory or experience in the recent, today, yesterday, the last week, that was positive, that felt good, that felt satisfaction, love, warmth? Bring that experience to mind and have the experience. And now enrich it, enhance it, taste it. What's the sensations in your heart? What are the sensations in your body? What feelings come up? Third step is absorb. I like to think of this as like letting the experience float into your body. Sort of like what happens if you're in a cloud and it just sort of enwraps you, wraps around you, that quality, that moisture, that letting it into your heart, letting it into your abdomen, your belly, your dantian, letting your whole body absorb the positive experience. Have, enrich, absorb. Feels good. You can stop there. Often we stop there because that's pretty easy. So in a positive way, if we do this practice 3, 4, 5 times a day for 45 seconds, just as long as that, you will begin to help retrain your nervous system to have more time with positive experiences, feelings. And believe it or not, your neurons actually learn. So you get, neuroplasticity is essentially nerve that growing nerves grow more positive. So you can do it. Why not? The fourth step, link. And that's a little challenging. And notice I paused there because I wanted you to have the experience without the linking. It's more of an advanced practice, but linking essentially is the practice of taking a challenging experience, a difficult experience, and then adding this positive experience to that in your mind. It's like you keep the positive experience in the foreground, and the negative, or the challenging experience, sort of in the background, and you let them kind of sit together in your mind, and they link. And when they link, what that does is that over time, if I practice 3, 4, 5 times a day, 45 seconds, I will begin to have that positive association with me when that negative stimulus comes up, or if something stimulates that negative thought, I've kind of worked with it a little bit and I have a balance of states. So linking should not be done with really deep emotional states unless you're with a professional, but you can do it with more simple things, like if you're irritated, or you're angry, or you're late, or you're in a rush and you feel yourself out of line and you're challenging. It's like, okay, let's try it with something like that, something really simple. So let's bring up an experience recently of going to a place, of just having a successful event that you made it to, you were comfortable, you were there, movie, a show, enrich it, enhance it, absorb the whole goodness of the experience. Now you can bring up a challenging experience and then see what happens if you hold them both together. In the foreground, there's this positive experience in the background, and you link. And then you let it go. It doesn't need to be any longer than that, 45 seconds. But we're actually practicing positive feelings, positive thoughts. So have these experiences, practice these experiences, do this several times a day, and I challenge you. See how well you feel. I've been doing it for about a month now, and I'm really enjoying this particular practice. So I hope you can take this type of affirmation and use it as a practice of optimal healing. So how do I heal more quickly, with more efficiency, with skill? I use the heal practice, and I then become a skilled with an optimal healing practice. So thanks. Take care.